Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. Second match here in Group C. We have two older decks, so there's like 3 years a difference between both these decks. So one of them is 2009. It was called like back then. I remember it like years ago. French Twilight. Twilight. I believe the build that was used here was from Vincent Rambomiandana. I hope I pronounced your name right, Vince. I'm not sure if he's still playing Yugioh, but the first decklist you see here is Inzektors. This is, by the way, a Worlds decklist without Sect Caliber. So, if I'm not mistaken, first place decklist from Worlds back then, while the second place decklist again, the deck is of course called Twilight, a mixture of, light and dark cards, chaos cards. Consistency might be a small issue, but, it's definitely a strong deck, especially back then, 2009, 2009. It was, during like Teledat era, and being able to play a deck like this with triple recharge, triple charge of the Light Brigade to instantly get your mills, that's, extremely powerful, especially with all of those boss monsters as well. And stuff like Beckoning Light to get, your stuff back. Plus, and that's where this deck definitely shines. Again, this is a deck from 2009, so 2009. Stuff like Heavy Storm, Giant Tornado, Mystical Space Typhoon, Spell and Trap Destruction was still very important. Nowadays it still is, but you know what I mean. And that deck wasn't running any traps. But it was running like, old school hand traps, Gorse, Tragodia. So kind of catching people by surprise by doing that. Plus Necrogarna, Necrogarna, to immediately get it in the graveyard with your Light Sworn mills, as you know. But the thing is that, and I could kind of agree here with the people's votes, right? Like which deck has the advantage. The thing is that Inzektors back in the old school, well, now still in today's format, but back in the old school days, Inzektors, I personally disliked Inzektors because it was a deck that punished people or punished players for committing to the field. And that's, what happens here. Okay, you can drop Gorse, but in all honesty, my hand was very good. Dragonfly, Hornet, the good stuff. You can punish that, or you're able to punish, your opponent for committing to the field. And if your opponent does not have Veiler, does not have, for the time being, Fiendish Chain, Torrential Tribute, not sure if Breakthrough Skill was already legal, or not sure. Fiendish Chain was much more popular. Can't remember it correctly, but you know what I mean. If you're not able to stop the first Inzektor effect, back in 2012, that was really strong. The deck can just, like the snowball effects, as you see, can establish its board. And this particular version of the deck is without Sect Caliber. That's important, like Sect Caliber, being able to pop your own cards with Inzektors could be important, especially if your opponent does not commit to the board. Like, what in this particular matchup, Honest bounces. Not Tragodia, but I mean, you could definitely pop Tragodia and Gorse during main phase too, but it definitely is something for Light Sworns or Twilight. The fact that it's not running any back row, it might hurt them in this particular matchup. So here I try to push for game. Obviously we can expect a Tragodia, but I believe there's also a Necrogarna in the graveyard for more protection. Yeah, this was pretty much, calculated, and I go for Steel Swarm Roach. Roach was kind of like an underdog Exceed. It negates any inherent special summons, so no Chaos Sorcerer, no Cyber Dragon. Well, Cyber Dragon is not in the main deck for Twilight, but again, no Chaos Monster, no Judgment Dragon, so Steel Swarm Roach could definitely be the MVP here in this particular matchup. So go second, and again, my opening hand is really good. Pot of Duality could be like a dead card if I'm able to use Dragonfly here in this situation, but I believe the Torrential Tribute was side-decked. No? I think so. I think the only traps that the Twilight is playing is, or at least was playing, was Beckoning Light. So here, I guess the Honest is cool. You're not giving your opponent here, in this case Inzektors, the potential target for Hornet to pop. But here in this situation, it still stays the same. You drop, well, obviously you want to drop Tragodia here in this situation. A 3k beatstick Tragodia is strong, plus the potential brain control effect is, or at least could be important as well, to, gain control of an Inzektor monster by discarding level 3. Orcus. Orcus is an interesting one. Orcus prevents, I believe, all Light Sworn monsters from being targeted. And that counts for in the graveyard as well, if I'm not mistaken. So, no Dragonfly, at least no Hornet, right? No Hornet. So, I guess here in this case I still had Dragonfly, so I definitely could have kept Darkle, but I think we knew the Honest was there. So I was like, okay, let's just, use Dark Hole, not taking any risks. And because I was able to Surge Dragonfly for next turn, I can go for the Exceed. Crimson Ninja, I believe the name is. It's very similar to, I guess, Tiras or Zen mains. So by detaching one card, I believe one ninja, or is it all ninjas? It has been a while. Are protected. They cannot be destroyed. So that's quite good. Again, also very flexible detach. So again, get Dragonfly on the field, and we see the Beckoning Light, and I think there is no Necrogarna engraved, so I should be able to go for game. So again, here in this situation, Beckoning Light gets back Honest for battle protection. Like during 2009, that was strong, plus there is a JD follow-up for next turn, but Inzektors just say no. They immediately get rid of the threat if it's not Orcus, right? So game number 3, so again, okay, Inzektors leading. So let's continue. Again, going second, and again, I'm honest, this is really, especially for the time being, a really good opening hand. Okay, I use Duality, so no special summons, but okay, no Dragonfly, but Centipede here in this situation is much better. Tragodia is being dropped during battle phase, so okay, I think that's all fine. Again, my plays for next turn are set. I have Dragonfly and the Ladybug as well, again, very strong. If Inzektors is able to open with Hornet, Dragonfly, and Ladybug, you have pretty much everything you want. So I guess this was a torrential that's... Did you need to take the risk? Yeah, maybe, because you need to mill all of those cards with Light Sworns and Geralt as well for the potential pluses during the end phase, right? But I'm not sure, am I playing any Mass Destruction Traps other than Torrential? I don't think Mirror Force is in here. It could, probably not, seeing that, Mirror Force wasn't the best in Inzektor format. So again, here I'm going for, the MVP being Steel Swarm Roach, which in this case negates both, at least could negate both Chaos Sorcerers when they are summoned. So I can establish my board. I could try to push for game, not sure if Gord's already gone. I think, yeah, 2 Necrogarnas are in graveyard, so okay, we know that this wasn't going to be game. And just in case, I go for Zen mains as well. There is course. I go for Zen mains, but yeah, the double Chaos Boss monsters are not going to help out. Steel Swarm Roach is not once per turn. It kind of feels like an Exciter Knight, right? Like the artwork, but nope. This is enough to go for a game. And Dragonfly, I mean, from all the 3 duels, I'm honest, like all the 3 opening hands here were just superb for Inzektors. Always opening either outside of the first duel, a little bit slowish. Same for the Light Sworn. But opening with Dragonfly and Hornet or Ladybug, that's delicious, that's superb. So it is what it is. Light Sworn, Twilight, 0 points here in this matchup, but Inzektors, the 3 full points for this one. Next matchup, we have a good one. We have Plants, so Tango Plants, Plant Synchro. Very versatile deck. We've seen how good it is in the previous Cross-Banlist Cup series. It's going to take on Chainburn, again another Worlds deck that's from 2017, if I'm not mistaken, by Ryan Yu. So again, feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like. If you enjoyed the video, leave them signing out. Peace.